Okay, so I wanted to do a quick video on trapezoids. So let's take a look. This is just your standard trapezoid. So what's the definition of a trapezoid? A trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides. So that's what these little arrows mean again. They mean parallel, not congruent. So let's take a look. It's a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. If both pairs of sides were parallel, then it would be a parallelogram. But this is not. It's a trapezoid. So what are the properties of a trapezoid? Consecutive angles between the bases are supplementary. So what are the bases? The bases are the parallel sides. So those are our bases. And I've numbered the angles here to make it a little easier. So supplementary angles are actually angles 1 and 2. And by supplementary, that means they add to 180. And angles 3 and 4 are supplementary. So it's the angles between the bases are supplementary. So that's your standard trapezoid. Let's take a look at the isosceles trapezoid. So we know what isosceles triangles are, right? An isosceles triangle has one pair of congruent sides, which are known as the legs, and the base angles are congruent. So we have the vertex up here, the base angles, and the legs. So the base angles and the legs are congruent. An isosceles trapezoid is very similar. All we've done, so if we just cut off the top of this isosceles triangle, right here, we have an isosceles trapezoid. So let's do that. So we have an isosceles trapezoid that has now two bases, a top and a bottom base, and two legs. So an isosceles trapezoid is a trapezoid with congruent non-parallel sides, or the legs. So these two legs are congruent. Also, both pairs of base angles are congruent. So we have the top base angles and the bottom base angles, like I've marked right here. And the last special property is congruent diagonals. So what does that look like? That just means that these diagonals are the same size and shape. They're the same length. So those are the properties that you see with trapezoid problems. A lot of times they're going to give you that the legs are congruent, and you'll have to solve problems related to that. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know.